So everyone is loading up Anthropic's newest model, Claude Fable 5, just to treat it like a search engine or an advanced coding assistant. But a chat box doesn't make cinema. Today, we are pushing this model to its absolute limits by handing its director's megaphone. I fired up Procreate and sketched a brand new concept, a squad of chaotic neighborhood kids defending their block, Home Alone style. So the title of the movie is a direct head nod to the model itself, the Fable 5. We're going to connect Claude directly to the Higgsfield MCP. So from there, we are converting every single character individually using the Nano 2 engine to capture the iconic Sony Pictures animation aesthetics. Think like Spider-Man Into the Verse and the Mitchells versus the Machines. So then we are piping these assets into Seedance 4K to build our cinematic teaser trailer. All right, guys, welcome to the Sketch Lab. I want to thank Higgsfield for sponsoring this video. All right, let's get into it. So to make an AI pipeline work for you as an artist, you have to feed it high quality visual data. I started in Procreate by blocking out characters in a clean horizontal turnaround format. And notice how I build explicit front and side views, plus a close-up expression, but with that smirking attitude. This exact landscape drawing format gives that AI model the precise geometric data that you need to keep the character designs completely uniform across every single frame. So let's break down the squad here real quick. So here's the wolf guy, 11-year-old tactical commander. So he's rocking an oversized, fuzzy, dark gray wolf hoodie with white cardboard teeth, cruelly taped onto the rim. And then I got the little red, a fearless 9-year-old scout, and she's in a bright, reflective crimson techwear raincoat. She'll have a walkie-talkie. And then we have the trapper, which is the like the Pied Piper. He's the tech kid. The fourth one is the infiltrator, which is my version of Goldilocks. She's pure unadulterated chaos, wild golden blonde curls. And then we got Humpty Dumpty. He's the tank of the group. So he's a stocky 9-year-old wearing an incredibly oversized padded football jersey over a thick winter coat, topped with a scuffed white hockey mask. So the goal here isn't to let the AI ignore my art style, and we want to convert these flat 2D dimensions into dimensional 3D shapes while keeping those graphic, hand-drawn facial expressions completely intact. So to do this seamlessly without jumping between 5 web browser tabs or copying and pasting text strings all day, we need to bridge the gap between the brain and the creative canvas. So we're going to use the official Higgsfield MCP. All right, so before we jump into Claude, you want to go into Higgsfield real quick here and go up here where it says MCP and CLI. So click that. Okay. And then once you go there, what you want to do is make sure MCP is highlighted. Copy this URL. And then you go into open settings and connectors. I'll show you that in a moment. And then you will go through the authorization process and then you connect it. So if I've already connected this to my Claude, but I'll show you real quick here. So you go to customize and then you click connectors. So what you want to do is on the upper right hand corner, it says add. So click add and add custom connector. Okay. So what you want to do is name it Higgsfield, and then you paste that URL in there, and then you add it in there, and then you go through a really simple authorization process where you connect your Claude with your Higgsfield account. So it's really easy. So here is the character sheet. And so here are the instructions. So I've got some reference images here. So as to turn this sketch into a 3D style with character sheet matching the images I provided. The model should be 3D with 2D textures and include halftone highlights. It sure has a Sony animation vibe. This is essential. Render in Nano 2 at 4K and at 16:9 format. Use Higgsfield to create the image. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and upload that. All right, so now what it's doing is giving me a prompt that it's going to use. So here's the prompt it's going to give me, and so all the prompts that I'm going to use, I'm actually going to provide that to you guys in the description. So it says 3D character sheet of a young boy wearing an oversized gray hoodie with furry sleeves, 3 views. So it has the halftone dot shading, highlights, and skin tone. screen tone gradients on the fur, CMYK offset print, misregistration accent, so it's very specific on the style. Slight angular stylized facial planes, confident smirk. Okay, got that. Cinematic illustrative render, comic book meets 3D animation hybrid look, 4K. So it's really good. I like to do like 2 to 3 generations. Let's do 2 generations. So provide 2 generations. Okay. So when it's finished analyzing, a widget would pop up in your Claude, and it would have you'll see 2 images generating, which I've instructed to generate 2 images. So it says both generations are running, and okay, so let's check out what it came up with here. Okay, that's pretty good actually. All right, let's check out the second one. All right, I like that. Okay. All right, so I just want to give it a little bit more of a 3D look and kind of push that a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to instruct it to do that a little bit. Okay, so it says, got it. We'll pull the render further towards dimensional CG and treat the 2D texture work as surface detail rather than dominant read. Okay, so it gave me a revised prompt. All right, so good. All right, so let's check out the result here. Yeah, that came out pretty good here. Let's see here. All right, so if I jump into Higgsfield, it's in there. So, you know, whatever I'm doing in Claude is going to reflect on what's going on in Higgsfield, which is really cool. So I love the textures here. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted. So, all right, so let's move on to a different character here and see if it can stay consistent. I'll say let's do the same for this character. All right, the Pied Piper character is complete. So yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, that's really good. All right, let's take a closer look here. Back in Higgsfield, same thing. It has on all the images that we worked on in Claude. Closer look. Yeah, this is really nice. So it's got the line art intact. That's exactly the style that I want. There's another version. Yeah, this is really nice. It's hard to choose because they're all good. I'm probably gonna pick this one because I like how his hair looks in this one. All right, so we'll use that one. All right, so fast forward. I completed all the characters. So here's the comparison here. So you got the sketch and then the final rendering. So the sketch, final rendering. So that's how you can, you know, control the look of your character. You know, and this is the best way to do it. Either, you know, draw your own characters and to keep it original. And I think that's like the, you know, best practice in my opinion. And so here's the Pied Piper character. All right, and here's Goldie. Reminds me of Michelle Pfeiffer for some reason from Grease. That's probably because of the red leather jacket. And then here's the Red Riding Hood. And here's Humpty Dumpty. So I have uploaded all the approved character sheets. I even included the neighborhood, like so. So here's a neighborhood shot. Okay, same aesthetics, same style, and then and here's the title of the movie, The Fable 5. Each letter represents the character, and so I'm asking Claude. And set to make sure I set it to Fable 5. And so here are the approved characters for a 30-second teaser trailer of the movie Fable 5. Use Seedance 4K 16:9 format. Do not add music. I will add sound effects later. The trailer should open with a montage of the characters dressing, preparing for battle. Then they exit their doors, meet on the street in slow motion, kind of like that slow motion Armageddon style, and exchange the high five and walk towards the camera in slow motion. And finally cut to the Fable 5 title shot. So let's see what it does. I'm not going to use storyboard this time. I want to see how smart it is for it to assemble this this trailer. I'm going to go ahead and upload that. It might break, but we're going to put it to the test. I'm going to see how smart this thing is. Okay, so here is the plan that it's given me. So it said, Now that we're making a movie, before I write anything final, here's the production reality. So it says Seedance caps at 15 seconds per generation. So a 30-second teaser is a 3-clip build. So it's 10 seconds each that you'll assemble in Premiere Pro. And that's actually an advantage. It gives you a hard cut structure and lets each beat get its own reference stack. So here's the, it gives me a clip, each clip here. So it's a montage multi-shot. Don't use one camera angle. Let's see, preparation ritual, the same continuous moment across 5 rooms. Static lock off, the wolf hoodie kid pulls the furry gray over his head. Okay. The meat, so it basically labels each clip, the meat, and then the walk 10 seconds. So I'm gonna trust. I'm not gonna fight this. So it's a reference stacks per clip. Clip 1 gets all 5 character sheets. Clip 2 gets the 5 characters plus the neighborhood plate. Clip 3 gets the 5 characters neighborhood and the title card image. 2 flags before the burn credits. 5 characters in 1 frame is past Seedance comfort zone. Of 3 tracked. Okay, we'll test it out. So clip 2 and 3 lean on staging language on holding identities. Okay, all right, let's do it. All right, so the generations are complete. So it took a minute for it to really analyze and calculate and upload all the images. But let's check out the first clip. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to jump into Higgsfield and check out the clips from there. All right, so let's go ahead and see what happens here. That's cool. Okay, all right, let's check out this one. All right, they're all walking out their homes. Yeah, that's cool. All right, they made a mistake on that one. All right, so we have to cut that part out. All right, so we're gonna have to generate that one again. All right, so we got some new set of generations here because there were some mistakes on the other one. So let's see, check this one out. Added sound effects this time. So let's check this one out. That's pretty cool. I like that one. Let's check this one out here. That's not bad. I like that one. Okay. So we don't have duplicate characters at the end. Let's check that out real quick. Yeah. So not duplicate. Humpty Dumpty's he's really big kid, but I mean, maybe that's the point. All right, and here's the other one here. All right, so we got 2 Red Riding Hood on the left there. That didn't make no sense. Let's see here. Okay. All right. So I didn't like how he kind of walked through that little wagon in the beginning there. Yeah, I didn't like that. All right, so yeah, this one I tried to see. All right, let's check this one out. That's cool. So that part messed up there. But I was but I was specific on, so we can cut this part out. I don't mind it. You know, it's gonna make mistakes, but what I wanted to do is have them in order, and I specified that. So I'm in Premiere Pro. That is complete. Got all the clips together. I took some of the scenes out that didn't work on, you know, repeated characters and things like that. and lay the track down here. All right, check this out, guys. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that clip there, this trailer to the Fable 5. And so the visual consistency across the edits is incredible because Claude Fable 5 held the entire creative thread without letting the character assets drift. So you want to move past just chatting with the model in the box and actually build automated high-end creative pipelines straight from your own drawings. So check out the Higgsfield MCP in the description below, and drop a comment and let me know which of the neighborhood heroes was your favorite design. So don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more advanced pipeline breakdowns. All right, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.